Hope you're doing really well. I am excited to actually be going for a bike ride outside. If you have looked at my Strava over the last few months, it looks pretty sparse. I mean, I've had this perma-cold kind of since September, so I've been doing the odd bit of Zwift riding, and then I had a couple of trips abroad. But since then, I've not really done many outdoor or, I mean, even fewer long rides. But today, even though I still am a bit sniffly, I am going to take my bike for a ride outside, and not only that, I'm going to be taking the track bike. So I did used to ride fixed gear bikes all the time. In fact, that's how I got into cycling. As I mentioned before, I raced a little bit of track, so I used to ride them at the velodrome. And then of course I got into fixed crit racing and used to do red hook crit and stuff. Since moving to Devon, I just don't really ride it very much, but I do still love it. Plus my track bike is a beautiful hand-built steel thing of beauty made by Hartley Cycles. So, seeing as it's hanging on the wall gathering dust, I thought today is the day. I don't know why I thought today. It's currently raining, but I'm hoping it will stop. I thought today was the day to dust it off, get outside and just enjoy taking it back to my roots, having a nice ride in the fresh air and not being able to stop pedalling. So, I will show you the bike. I think I've probably got an enormous gear on there because last time I rode it, I was racing. So I might change the gearing to something a little bit speedier so I can actually stop. Then we'll head off on the local bike path up to Bobby Tracy. There's a nice coffee shop that I like up there, and I will show you my beautiful bike and how much fun it is to ride. Let's get her down and dust her off, have a closer look, and I can see what gearing I've got on there. In case you're wondering about the bike rack, it's a hook. It's a £1 hook from a hardware store, but it's not just screwed into the ceiling, it's screwed into a joist, because otherwise you could just kind of pull the ceiling down. But I do only ever hang my track bike on there because it's the lightest bike that I own. So although it seems pretty stable and secure for that, I wouldn't trust it with something heavier. That one's just for the track bike. So here she is, my lovely handmade steel Hartley Cycles track bike. This was made for me by Karen Hartley for racing red hook crit. It's made of Columbus Spirit tubing. It has got gold leaf applied by hand underneath this beautiful red candy fade. Sadly, it's a bit battered now from racing and unfortunately crashing. The gearing, it looks like 48/17, so gosh, what is that in gear inches? 76 at a guess. I've got the Zip 303 wheels on there, and I put on these Victoria Corsa graphene tyres because they're really grippy and I wanted maximum grip when I was racing red hook crit. Oh, I've got tubes. God, that is how long it's been since I last rode this. Everything I have now is tubeless, so that's weird. Okay, so if you're pedalling backwards, that tightens it up, so I need to go the other way. I'm trying to do it so you can see what I'm doing, but that involves me doing it left-handed, which is not very easy. Oh, yes! I've literally just taken it off and already forgotten which way it goes. Key is, of course, as with everything, to get it tight, but not so tight that you thread it or can't get it off. I'm quite good at threading things and breaking things, so it's a fine line.
It's actually sunny and I'm actually riding my track bike. I am so happy, and I'm outdoors. We're stuck indoors moaning about having a cold for too long, so this feels great. What a day! Okay, this is so cool and so fun, and to tell you what, it's got to be good for training. So my coach has started setting me some low cadence power based training that's basically like a leg strength workout done on the bike rather than in the gym. And I swear to God, riding this track bike is replicating that very nicely. I mean, it's quite hard with the gearing I've got, even though I've made it easier, and you just have to push, 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 push. So this is going to make me strong and make me happy. Don't want whiskey? Gonna have to have a look at that. I love whiskey. Normally Lafroig, although I found a new one recently, Lagavulin or something like that. Ooh, looks nice. Oh my goodness, £89. Yikes, £10 for a mini bottle. Fear this may be slightly out of my price range, so no whiskey today, more bike riding instead. Nearly, but not quite as good. No, really, I prefer bikes to whiskey, kind of. I mean, I like bikes and whiskey, not normally at the same time, unless I'm bikepacking. Anyway, I'm waffling. I know, when I reach 100,000 subs, I'll buy myself a bottle of posh whiskey. Still loving this. Today is a good day. I couldn't afford whiskey, but I did get a piece of fancy cheese. Shame I've got such expensive tastes. Just about fits in my bag. Anyway, I must whiz back. Stuff to do, people to see, cheese to eat. So I'll leave it at that. I hope you liked having a look at my track bike. This ride has been a revelation for me. I've been a bit, not like down in the dumps, but I mean, having a cold for 3 months has not exactly put me in the best mood, and the lack of endorphins from the regular cycling I've noticed it, so it feels good to be back out. I hope you are doing well, also enjoying a bit of sun and some time outside on your bike. I can't think of anything else to say. Bye.